Hey photo friends, Phil Ebiner here. This week's challenge is flowers. Flowers are one of my favorite things to photograph, and I think it's a pretty simple subject to go out and capture. So I went out to the California Botanical Gardens in Claremont with my family and was able to get a range of flower shots. I'm going to take them back into the editing room right now, edit them up, and I'm going to be doing a completely separate video about my whole entire editing process for these photos. So make sure you check that out on the Video School YouTube channel. But yeah, get out there, take photos of flowers. Make sure you pay attention to the lighting, whether you're in the shade versus the sun can really dramatically change what your photos look like. I was using the 80mm macro lens on my Fuji X-T4, which made it awesome for getting both close-up shots of the flowers, the full flower, but also those nice macro shots of different aspects and details of the flowers. I will tell you though that some of those shots didn't come out in focus because it's hard to see, hard to tell with that macro lens when you're out in the daylight viewing through your viewfinder. And so you want to make sure you're taking a lot of shots. I sometimes use burst mode so that while I'm focusing, if I'm moving a little bit or if the flower is moving in the wind, it hopefully gets a decent shot or a decent part of that flower in focus. I really quickly wanted to show you some of my favorite photos that I captured. These are all unedited that I'm showing you right now. Here's the California poppy. I love this flower, so pretty. And I got a couple different shots of it, some more macro shots of the texture of the leaves. And I was actually trying to keep things in mind while photographing these, not only for this challenge, but this month the Botanical Gardens is actually having a photo contest for flowers. And I was trying to think of ways to capture flowers that were in a more unique way, not a typical way, to try to stand out. So shooting things like from behind, like this flower right here, I love the texture, the layering is a little bit different and hopefully would stand out as a submission compared to just a straight on flower shot. Something like this is a little bit more typical, but I also saw that this flower had some water droplets left over from a man that was watering the flowers, and I thought that was neat. Although the inside of the flower wasn't in focus, and that kind of bothers me for this photo, so I probably won't submit this one. Here's one. This flower just like stands out from the background. I'm gonna probably play around with cropping a little bit in the light just to make it stand out even more. Here's another one of some petals. You can tell though with the macro lens, it can be difficult to get the entire flower in focus when you're so close up. And that's great for this kind of photo, but if you want that full photo, you're gonna have to back up, take a shot, or use a different lens. And so it's definitely a specific type of shot. Here, I was also thinking about the photo contest. Not that I would necessarily submit these photos or this photo, but I got the man watering the flowers in the background with all of these wildflowers in the foreground. I thought that was something, again, interesting, more of a story than just a photo of a flower, and something that might stand out when submitting photos. So I'm gonna be editing these photos and walking you through my process in another tutorial, but I just wanted to share some of my favorite photos captured. As always, I can't wait to see your photos, so make sure you post it to the thread in the Facebook group. Make sure you're commenting and liking on your favorite ones that you see as well. And as always, we'll be picking our favorite photos from the batch and sharing them next week. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day, and I can't wait to see your flowers. Bye.